Hey guys, how's it going? Masterbucks here, and welcome to the 11th episode of the Crystal Palace Career Mode. And guys, I will just first off straight away say I am still a little bit sick, and I am still a little bit sort of tired and all that sort of, the sort of recovery that you have, and all the shit that you go through when you're recovering from like a big illness. So keep that in mind. If again I still come across as a little bit flat in these videos, but I'm on the road to recovery, and that's all I'm going to say. We're going to get straight into these games because we are well and truly into like the end of the season here. There are only 2 more episodes left in the first season of the Crystal Palace Career Mode, and guys, I've got a few things that I wanted to talk to you about it. One about this season that we're in right now, and hopefully how we're going to end it. And secondly, I want to talk to you about the second season because I wanted to this career mode in general. I'm not sure if it's because I've taken a bit of a break from it, and it's not by choice, of course. So the fact that I've had an illness means that I couldn't actually make any videos for a while. As you can see there, Newcastle and Crystal Palace, both teams were both having a right crack at this game. There were both chances for both teams, and my keeper McCarthy thankfully able to pull off a save that time. Jesse Rodriguez is going in on through, uncontested, and somehow cocked it up at the end. I hate it when you're sprinting at the goal and then you take a shot and they just fall backwards. It's one of the most irritating things that happens. They do that sometimes on the through ball as well, but or when you try to play through ball. Anyway, speaking of through balls, one went on through to Gouffran, but again, straight to my keeper, thankfully able to deal with it. The corner, Kebe, a tall man, but unfortunately wasn't able to put it in. Yannick Bolasie had a shot, but it was unfortunately blocked and cleared away yet again. But still, not an awful lot happened in this second half. A lob through ball, deep to Yannick Bolasie, sort of on the wing, so they kind of switch it up. Tries to get past Debussy, has space, shoots, and hits the post. Of course you knew it had to hit the post in the pretty much essentially 90th minute. But Barry Bannan, Jonathan Dos Santos, and another block and another shot that just is either blocked or hits the post or whatever. I don't know. But Newcastle, they pass back yet again. Hits the post. We've got the ball. Jonathan Dos Santos, one final attack. No, the referee blows the whistle. Oh, you knew he had to. But yeah, plenty of attacks. A lot of chances for me to score. And just didn't end up hitting the back of the net, which was quite frustrating. But it was a 0-0 draw. Away against Newcastle. I personally, right now, am FIFA 14 version Crystal Palace. This career mode, Crystal Palace, I'm a little bit disappointed with, unfortunately, getting a draw at Newcastle. But I will say, if it was real life Crystal Palace, I bet you that they would have been ecstatic with a 0-0 draw against Newcastle. But still, yeah. Speaking of just on Tyneside, I mean, we are going from a game against Newcastle to a game against Sunderland, and it's our second away game in a row as well, so hopefully we should be having a couple of home games in a row coming up pretty soon either way. But yeah, we got a 0-0 draw against Newcastle. Hopefully it'll be better against Sunderland, because I don't think they've been having that good a season in this FIFA 14 season either. We'll have a look. Can't see them anywhere in the 6th to 15th spot, so you would only imagine that they'd probably be in the bottom 5, but still, either way, hopefully we'll be able to get a good result against Sunderland here, because I'd love to get a win. Punch on with a good turn, has space, and another save that went shot that just goes either straight to the keeper or straight to the post or just wide of the post. It's frustrating. We just can't get it in that perfect spot that we need to in order to score. But still, another through ball, leading Jesse Rodriguez out on the wing. Good pass from Yannick Bolasie, my leading goal scorer, having a shot, and again it goes wide. It was starting to become quite noticeable that I had been creating a shitload of chances, and speaking of chances, that was one of the easiest I've ever seen. Literally threw it straight into the box, and Connor Wickham just pretty much had a volley, which thankfully was saved by my keeper. But I was just making a lot of chances, either making a lot of chances or just having way too many shots on goal, and it just wasn't ending up in the back of the net. And it was starting to occur to me, oh no, I'm not about to go through one of those spells where I just can't fucking score in career mode anymore. But then, no, I still haven't scored in career mode just yet. When was the last time I scored a goal in career mode? I can't remember, because obviously the last episode was so goddamn long ago. But I don't know. But either way, this is the second game in a row that we would have gone without scoring. Jesse Rodriguez with a good chance to score a very nice goal, but unfortunately again puts it over the top of the crossbar. And look, 80th minute, time's now running out, but there's a big gap in the defense. Jonathan Dos Santos, finally we score a goal, 82nd minute, and it's Jonathan Dos Santos with a massive gap in the Sunderland defense, like a big, just gaping through ball right down the middle of it. Jonathan Dos Santos runs through and scores a goal. But can we keep a clean sheet? Can we keep on and hang on and get the 3 points? You bet we can. Finally 3 points from a game, you betcha. And yeah, Jonathan Dos Santos in the 82nd minute. So finally, we pick up a win, which is great. And I think now we simulate, and we had a very big, quite a lot of amount of days until our next game. Excuse me. So a lot of my players were extremely well rested, and in the end, we would play a game against Cardiff. So hopefully, a game against Cardiff. I mean, Cardiff are probably going to get relegated in this season. So yeah, I'm just counting on hopefully picking up another 3 points, and we are still not playing a home game. We're still 10th, which is I think pretty good. And if we can finish 10th, or maybe even a little bit higher in the top 10, which yeah, if we could finish top 10, that would be fantastic, because I think the target that the board set me was just to avoid relegation. If we finish mid-table, then that'd be fantastic. And I tell you what, I think that's probably quite realistic of what Crystal Palace's board actually wanted their manager to do in real life. But unfortunately, it's not really panning out that way, and they're more than likely probably going to get relegated this season, considering that, let's face it, they're quite possibly the worst team in the Premier League. So I know I have a lot of Crystal Palace fans that, and please don't be offended, Crystal Palace fans, for saying that. I mean, because it's brutally honest. I like Crystal Palace. They're quite possibly my second favourite team, maybe my third favourite team, but or just a team that I hope is successful, I think is a very good way of putting it. But like, they are just far and go on the worst team in the Premier League right now, and it's sad, because I wish that they would have done a little bit more. I would have, like, we're not even a third of the way through the season, and we already know. It's like, they're just going down, aren't they? But anyway, I mean, like, yeah, hopefully. So you come and you watch my career mode because you want to see Crystal Palace do well in their career in the Premier League, obviously. But at the moment, we're not really doing too well against Cardiff. I mean, again, it's the same situation. I'm just dominating, plenty of chances being created, but just not scoring any goals. I mean, I only scored 1 goal against Sunderland, but look at this. I mean, okay, the centre-back running all the way to get into that position is tremendous, and that's why I definitely want to try to keep him for next season, because, again, we do only have him on loan from Chelsea, but yeah, he was terrific. And have a look at this. 2 guys went in to try to tackle him, and Campagna, or whatever, he was going in to make a tackle. He bumps him slightly, falls over, and gives away a penalty, which is just unbelievably, totally against the flow, and just completely against the flow of the game. And Wilson Eduardo goes right down the middle, and they score a penalty, a late penalty in the 84th minute. Complete and utter bullshit that I'm now down here, which is ridiculous, because I think I will show you the stats afterwards. But their keeper, Marshall, was just unbelievable. Every single shot on target has just managed to save. Yannick Bolasie, 90th minute shot, unfortunately blocked. Williams maybe, no, it doesn't matter, because even though he was offside, the keeper still made the save. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. Look at bloody Crystal Palace. I mean, Cardiff City under unbelievable pressure, keep their line perfectly. But yeah, it was a penalty in the end, which was a bullshit penalty, and because he just fell down. 13 shots, 10 on target. Not an amazing, absolutely one-sided dominating game, but 10 shots on target. 10 shots on target. Now, please keep that in mind when you look at the amount of saves that this guy made. 10 saves into every single shot I put on target. Every shot that would have ended up in the net was saved by their keeper. I can't stop that. I actually can't stop that. So, if the game wants to do that to me, then the game's going to do that to me. So, their keeper was unbelievable, and the referee just went and had to go and be a fucking arsehole and give away a penalty and had to give the penalty against Crystal Palace. So we lost that game, which just is an atrocity. It's one of the tragedies of football when you just absolutely dominate a game and then you lose, and you just think, how the fuck did we possibly lose that game? I'm now pissed off now. I can't imagine how annoyed I was when I actually played that game. Like, how the fuck did I lose that game? It was unbelievable. It was I play Crystal Palace. I mean, I play career mode not to get fucked over and not for this to happen to me, to actually win when I deserve a win. This is not Ultimate Team. But anyway, look, Kebe going through. Jimmy Kebe, who had been in some pretty good form in the last couple of games. We're finally playing a home game, by the way. But anyway, Wyman going through. Over the top of my line, way too easy. And the save was made, but it went right up in the air to Benteke, who headed it. And then my keeper just gave up and watched it and just did absolutely nothing as it just went into the net. But Jimmy Kebe again, it's a beautiful movement, it's got to be said, and another shot that goes wide. So again, if it's not a shot on target, it's a shot that goes wide or hits the post. It's just, again, chance after chance after chance, just not being put in the back of the net. This is the 4th game that we've played in this episode and have only scored 1 goal. So I am technically kind of going through one of those little phases again. But look, Jonathan Parr on the ball. He actually he kind of gets a bit of a block from one of my players and literally just stands there and just waits for the defender to come at him, blast past him, and then has a shot on goal, which thankfully was an absolute beauty and in the corner. Very well done. And look at this, under pressure, makes a tackle, couldn't make the tackle on N'Zogbia, and he sticks it just underneath the keeper. But before the tackle, I made a tackle which ended up just going straight to Benteke, who threw ball in at N'Zogbia. It was just ridiculous. You can rewind the tape if you want, but rewind the tape, I don't know. But again, Jesse Rodriguez with a shot which was cleared away from Aston Villa, and they got the ball back, and again, just passed it away. But look, Benteke, another lob through ball in a Luna, gets a touch, has a shot, save made from the keeper. It is a corner, late stages of the game. Benteke coming off for, I don't know who that is, Kozak or whoever. But yeah, the substitute looks like he's going to try to win the header here, and he does, and he scores, and immediately coming on, scores his 6th goal in all competitions, and that is one hell of an impact from a substitute. Literally the first thing he does is touch the ball in the first couple of seconds of him being on the pitch and scores a goal and puts a game beyond all doubt. So yeah, it's been a bit of a frustrating second to last episode, but hopefully we'll be able to turn around the form and still be able to finish in the top 10 if possible toward the end of the season. But still, we got a game against West Ham. Until then, I'm your Game of the Marsbucks. Let's hit your target. And for today, guys, it is just 1,000 likes, only because I've been out of the game for a little bit, so making it easy for you. And yes, I hope you've enjoyed the return of Crystal Palace, episode 11, the final episode of the season. Episode 12 will be coming out when it comes out, hopefully in the next few days, not too long. But still, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below, and I will catch you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.